Hi, it's been a little while, at least for me. For you guys, it's another daily video, but for me, I've taken 4 or 5 days off since the 24-hour push to get the Qualifier token. We need to have a little chit-chat, a little state of the channel address. We're going to do some gameplay today for sure. We're going to start prepping for the best of 3 tournament on Saturday, but we need to talk a little bit first because I've gotten a lot of feedback over the past 4 or 5 days, and I think it would be silly not to, one, address it, but also talk about what it means for the future of the channel. It will have some impact, but it won't change everything. So the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. You all seem to love this kind of tournament series. I think you like seeing I put myself out there, compete, I'm throwing my gems on the line, and we have a specific goal to work towards as opposed to arbitrarily, just playing a different deck every day in Mythic Standard, which can be fun too, but there is heart and soul behind this style of content that perhaps could not be achieved in the other style of content. That's anecdotally what I've seen through the comments, and then data-wise, these videos have gotten much higher audience retention than all my other videos. Like, not only do you want to watch videos, but you want to watch them for a long time. You're excited. You want to keep going. You want to see the end. You want to see how it turns out. So this can't be ignored. And for sure, I will plan to keep doing this style of content. It might not be every day, but we are going to continue to do this because we have quickly discovered you guys liked it, right? I did a single standard event, and I didn't think I'd do it again because it kind of sucks to put your gems on the line, and it takes a day or two to get feedback from you, but the feedback on that video was good, and then someone suggested I entered the event, so I did it, and this feedback has continued to be very positive, so we will do more of these in the future for sure. There is a cost to this, which some of you have pointed out in the comments, so I will address that. Again, the vast majority is positive, but there is some criticism to this style, which I'm going to address. So what you need to understand is that there is a spectrum of content creation from, let's say, casual Magic play to serious/pro Magic play. On the far casual end is super silly janky decks. This is MTG original net decks or whatever his channel is. Nobody's gonna waste the wild cards on it, so I'm good with that part. Maybe every title has busted or broken in it, but it doesn't matter because everyone's just going to have a good time. He plays some janky decks. He's silly. He's whatever it is. That is its own vibe of channel. I've never been that. I never will be that. But he exists for the audience that needs that. That's great. There's a tier below that, which you've seen me roast, which is also silly and janky. Also has busted and broken on every video, but people don't know that, so they waste wildcards on it. That's the one I don't have a problem with. Once you move past those steps, I'd say the next step is probably what I used to do, which is you're chilling in Platinum, and you slowly make your way over the course of the month from Platinum to Mythic, and you play a different deck every day. And it's inherently less competitive than other things you can do because every single day, the ladder gets easier. More and more people leave Platinum and Diamond to enter Mythic, which means the pool of players left in Platinum and Diamond is weaker. And so the games are easier. And so it's less competitive, but it also leaves more space for creativity and trying new cards. So you're not as hard punished for trying out new cards basically from new sets. And so, yeah, it lends itself more to creativity. One card I talked about in the set review that I never ended up playing was Duretti. It's a 5-mana creature. It reanimates an artifact. When it attacks, you reanimate another one. It seemed cool to play, and I haven't played it once since Aetherdrift dropped. And it's because I tried to make a deck with it, and I took one look at it, and I was like, this deck sucks. I'm going to get rolled in Mythic, and I just don't really feel like getting rolled right now. But if I was in Platinum or Diamond, maybe even 2 or 3 weeks into the season when a lot of the good players have left, I think I'd be down to try that out. It's certainly, I used to be. That was a lot of my channel for a long time. Now we get to where I am now, which is the most recent iteration, which is we don't chill in Platinum and Diamond all season. We actually race to #1 Mythic immediately. And then we spend the rest of the season in Mythic, which comes with its own pros and cons. The rank 1 videos do very well. The most recent one has 80,000 views already, and the next one I haven't released yet. I am still working on the anime series. I have to release it this Sunday as far as I'm concerned, so it's coming for reasons you will understand. But yeah, that's the next level of competition. It means the rest of the season is in Mythic. It means that it's much harder to do new and different cards and creative decks because you get more punished if you're in Mythic because everyone else in Mythic are also the tryhards who got there fast. What else? I want to say one more thing about that. Yeah, I think in general, I've mentioned this before, but it's more painful if you hit rank 1 quickly right before a new set release because that's the time you most want to try out new cards, and so you're more punished if every person you're playing against is playing mono red, whereas in Platinum and Diamond you might run up against different stuff, and again it's less competitive as more people enter Mythic. So I should not try to hit rank 1 ahead of set releases because it makes the rest of the month more painful, but the videos do really well and you guys like seeing me do it, and I have fun with doing it too. So I think I will continue those for a while, but I might skip. I think it'd be really cool to do other challenges, like Crokies did a 15-hour speed run from brand new account to Mythic, and I would love to try to take that on and try to beat his record, or like just take on that challenge in general. There are probably other challenges we could do, but there are other ways to make really exciting videos that don't require me getting to Mythic early and then kind of suffering a bit trying out new cards. So that's the next level. I recently discovered the level after that, which is actually standard events. I actually think standard events are even more competitive than high ranked Mythic ladder, and the reason is you're putting your money on the line, you're putting your gems on the line, and so this narrows the field of decks I'm willing to play even further. I really don't want to put my money in gems of the line playing a C tier deck. I think I could do B tier and I'll lose some and I'll suck it up and it'll be okay. I could do A and B tier, but as soon as I put my own money on the line, it changes how I feel about things. Like if I derank from rank 1 Mythic to rank 1800, you know what? Whatever. You guys know I can get there. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's fine. There's no money on the line, but as soon as money's on the line, it changes how I feel about things. So now we've narrowed the pool from like trying new cards and ranked Mythic and being okay with losing to like only A and B tier decks, right? We've really shrunk the type of content you might see from me as soon as we start entering standard events. And then we get to the next level, which is what we're doing now, is not just random standard events, but actually like, I'm not sure what to call it, pro tour preliminary events, you know, things that lead into the pro lifestyle or whatever that is. This is the very first iteration of that. And even this, I didn't take that seriously from a content creation standpoint, right? If I really wanted to do well at this, I would not play a different deck every hour to make videos for you guys, right? I would pick one deck and just hammered it over and over and over, and like been way more strategic about it. Like for instance, that 24-hour day was the first day I had ever played Azorius Omniscience Creator. I had never played it before because it's a meta deck and you guys see it all the time, so I never bothered to do it. But if we're going to be competing, we have to play the best decks. And at the same time, I play a different deck every day. So I'm just saying, like, even that I didn't take super seriously. And that's like the next level. And then the levels after that, like the more and more I go in this direction, the fewer the number of possible different decks I am willing to play as the stakes increase. So this gets us to the criticism, which is like, again, overwhelmingly, it was positive. But the people that are critical basically have to say, like, we don't like seeing you play meta decks. So one comment was like, mono red equals unsubbed on my mono red video. And it's like, all right, I played a different deck every single day for 6 months without playing mono red. But if you want me to compete, like, I'm not going to do it with a hand tied behind my back. I'm going to play the best decks. And if the best deck is mono red, then I'm going to play the mono red. Like, that's just is what it is. So that's kind of what you need to understand, is that there is a spectrum. I am enjoying the content creation process. I'm enjoying sharing, you know, my joy of the game with you guys. I enjoy competing. I enjoy playing for fun. This is mostly for fun, but if we continue to go up this competitive ladder because you guys like watching that content, you need to understand that at some point, I'm not going to do a different deck every day, right? I will play the absolute best deck and I will put myself out there and try to win. And then I mean 3 or 4 days in a row of seeing the same deck, because maybe I'll play for like 4 hours and I'll chop it up into 4 videos and you might see 4 days of Omniscience in a row or 4 days of Mono Red in a row or whatever it is. So that is the cost to this. I'm not going to go to this tournament on Saturday and play Zahur, Orzhov, Sacrifice Zombies and be like, this deck is broken. You won't believe this. I'm competing in the tournament. Like, I'm going to get my ass kicked if I do that. So I need to play well. I need to play a good deck. But yeah, that's mostly what I have to say. So I'm having a good time with it. It was really cool to enter that event, and I'm excited to see the feedback from you guys. I'll also say, I don't know if we'll do the best of 1 event again or not. I would do it only for content creation. I think the best of 3 qualifier or like pre-qualifier event on Friday, it's going to be much easier because the worst possible win rate you can progress from the best of 1 event is 6-1, which is an 86% win rate. In order to progress from the best of 3, like pre-qualifier event, you have to go 4-0, but that's not actually a 100% win rate. The worst win rate you can have is actually 8-4, which is a 66% win rate, right? You could go win, loss, win, win, loss, win, win, loss, win, win, loss, win. And 8-4 is a 66% win rate. So it's about 20% easier, I think. And also, you know, the larger the sample size, the more the results will begin to converge upon like the true the true win rate of that player. And so if you are a good player, it should reward you, and also reduces the chance of like your opponent, you know, twice in a row in best of one, you play Omniscience, they have the God Hand, you lose, and you're kicked out of the event. Like, that's tough. So it should reduce variability as well. Yeah, the best of one event was rough though. I'll tell you that. It was fun, but it was rough. So, all right, I think that's all I have to say about that. I've been babbling for about 10 minutes straight at this point. We're going to do some best of 3 over the next couple days to prepare. Oh, this is another thing. Like, if I really wanted to prepare for this event, I would not be making a different deck every day. I would play the same deck every single day, all day long for the next 3 days. But that's not how. I don't think you guys want to see that yet. We're trying to strike a balance here. The decks I'm going to play over the next couple days to prepare and also entertain you guys are going to be the decks I think I'm least comfortable with. Jeskai Oculus is not a deck I have ever played. I have not played it once. It's also really weird. It hits from different angles, and it also has interesting sideboarding options and is fairly hard to sideboard against, I have found. Like, you can sideboard in Graveyard Hate for the Oculus, but that's not the entire deck. Oculus is really the only graveyard card. I can still just slot up Prof's Eidetic Memory, draw a bunch of cards of the Scholar, and hit you over the head pretty hard with that card. They've got some counter spells in here, some removal spells. Like, it's a really weird deck to play and play against, and I've never played it before, so we're going to learn it here live as usual. And the goal of today is not to play perfectly. We don't learn anything if we just play perfectly. Ranked standard, best of 3, ranked standard. If we make no mistakes and we play perfectly, and nothing goes wrong, we don't learn anything for Saturday. So that's not the goal. The goal is to figure things out, and making mistakes is a part of that. So it's okay that I never played it before, and we'll just see how it goes. But we want to learn about this deck. We want to get better at it and know how to beat it as well. Where's my play cam? We're on the draw. We got good colors here. No way to bin the Oculus. Oh, we can bin it off the Malcolm. Yeah, it looks good. Right, looks strong. It's mono red. Swiss beer. Game's lacking out a little bit. To the face. I guess you hold up and torch here. Malcolm next turn, discard the Oculus, reanimate. Let's hold up and torch. Let's see if they want to do anything. I'll take it. You gonna drop a 2-drop? Do nothing. Huh. We kill it now. I guess they could burst lightning face though. Okay, let's hold open the Malcolm here next. I'm not sure between white and red. Probably more. Let's go blue and red. Ideally, we can slam the Malcolm, but if they don't tap out, I wouldn't be surprised if they have burst lightning in hand. It's Cruel Nemesis. Okay. I mean, I think we still do nothing and Malcolm into the Oculus turn. Means we eat the Swift Spear damage. Down to 14. Here comes the Malcolm. Attack, draw, discard. Reanimate the Oculus and maybe like torch the Swift Spear and play the Siren, I think is what we're doing here. Okay. Oculus goes. Discard a card. Play the fast land. Helping Hand. We still got colors open. Oculus returns. Siren comes out. Do we wait for the Swift Spear? I'm not so sure that we do. We could also sack. We could kill the Nemesis right now. And like have them kill the Malcolm. It's not bad, honestly. I think that could be okay. They pick off what? They pick off like a Scoundrel? I don't think that's that bad. Avoid the Monstrous Rage issue. Discard 2 cards? I don't think that helps without the next reanimation target. Okay, 3 damage to Malcolm. 3 damage to face. We're not gaining any life in this deck anyway. I don't think this matters, right? Don't think we can get back instant sorceries in this deck. Nemesis Part 2. If we chump block with a 1/1, they deal 1 damage to the Malcolm. I don't love that. We could take 4. Could double block the Swift Spear. They could rage up. We can probably single block the Swift Spear and force them to do something. I mean, I think they're doing something anyway, but we're okay losing this, I think. Rage up. It's a lot of damage. That's a 5. We try to Scholar. I mean, we need another reanimation spell. We can probably play the land because we'll want it if we can get it. Could attack with Malcolm first, discard the Oculus. I think we might as well attack first, unless we're really concerned about blocking. We want to chump block with the Siren and maybe the Scholar. I think we're going to start like this. Okay, I don't think we need all these guys in hand. We don't have enough to cast it from the graveyard. So let's try the Scholar here and see if we can hit a recommission too. Torch. We don't have red and open, which is too bad because that would be really good here. I mean, we're going to hard cast the Oculus next turn maybe. 4, 5, 6. So we can bin like the Scholar and... Instant or Sorcery or Creature card flying, yeah. I don't want to discard the... Alright, this is fine. We'll maybe block and get one more card in the graveyard. We did not leave red open though, which is too bad. We're at 5. Yeah, we'll see if we just lose here. The last Nemesis. 1 card in hand, attack all. So we gotta block some stuff for sure. It's like, you could go here. You could go here. Currently we're taking 4 damage. If they play anything, they pump the Swift Spear up. I mean, we're probably lost here. If we block this, we're only taking 3 damage. If they have anything. Could we win on the crackback? 5, 6, 7. What if we do this and they can't kill it? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We can't really find a way to lethal unless we take another eidetic memory. It's taking 4 damage, drop to 1. I don't know what else we're supposed to do though. I mean, how else can we win next turn, I guess is the question. If they have nothing, I think we have to assume they have nothing. So what if we just did this? We take exactly 4. I think we assume they have nothing. Alright, face or Malcolm? Malcolm. We have 7 damage on the way back. We hit a land, which is not so useful. We can't block the Nemesis really at all. So we have to fear of missing out into like an eidetic memory. Even that doesn't look like lethal to me. We just have no way to block the Nemesis, really. I mean, I think we have to draw discard into something useful. I'm just not sure that there is anything that's useful. We need more 1-drops to block all the Nemesis. Like, I just don't think we really get there here. We could block a Nemesis and, like, torch the tower? How do we deal with the next Nemesis? I mean, there's the memory, but it's not enough damage, right? I think we've lost here. There's no way to block the Nemesis. This is just not enough damage. So I think that's game 1. Sure, I don't know. He has 9 damage. We're too short. If they had not picked off Malcolm, they'd have it. If we could flip you, you'd be blocked for 1, but there's no way to block here that makes it. So that's game. Maybe if we had left open red that one turn, maybe that would have helped. Instead of holding open white for recommission, if we held open red for the next thing. Alright, so what are we doing here against mono red? Sweeper seems super reasonable. Pyroclasm is probably what you put in. Not negate. Not destroy evil. I don't know who Chandra's for. I guess sweepers. You put the Silex in? Maybe. We can kill a lot of cheap permanents. Who comes out? Spell Pierce, I think for sure comes out. I'm pretty low on the memory. Into creatures. To keep Into the Floodmaw, like you can keep one of these maybe. I don't know if we need all of them though. Yeah, honestly, Into the Floodmaw's pretty good. It blows out Monstrous Rage, okay. Bitter Union or the memory. There's a lot of pressure. Haste with the fear of missing out's interesting too. There would have been one Floodmaw. Not because I think it's necessarily the most strategic thing, but because I'm not really sure. I'd rather keep my options open. On the play, blue and white, helping hand, fear missing out. It's fine. Mana's good at least. Blue and white. Do nothing on one. Probably don't need to Siren. No stick at all, so there's no Burst Lightning. So we could go for the map token actually, for free. And guarantee the value. I think if we can guarantee the value, it's decent. And we're looking for something to helping hand here, I think. I think you can go. Two drop. No blocks. Surveil land. Could surveil into a helping hand target, I guess. Let's start with that. No, we'll be new anyway. We could Siren, it's a little bit useless. Helping hand the Inti's okay. I think we'll just fear missing out. And like bin one of the helping hands maybe. I don't know if we need both. Siren's a little more value. Floodmaw, I honestly don't think is that bad. I think it could be a very strategic bounce here. I wonder what Gruul Mice subs in. Do you put in Ghost Vacuum in the mirror? That's the thing I don't know about. Like, we're not using the graveyard at all. It'd be nice to, if we could, but you don't have to. That's a good draw. We could bounce maybe the mouse before they move to combat. Next turn. I mean, if we block here, we trade. I have to imagine that's good for us. Can always helping hand it back. First strike. Double strike. Can bounce the mouse. Let's look for another surveil target. Oh, let's go. Alright, Binyu plus Siren. Question is, do we want to get the next map token value? We'll play the next Siren. They're fairly similar. I guess we'll put on pressure if we're this far ahead. Okay. I mean, they can't block anyway, so it doesn't matter how we do this. We'll just hold up in one for Floodmaw. Sure, doesn't matter. Pyroclasm also would sweep up all of our Sirens here, which is interesting. Gets us much better on the draw. Cannot bounce our own creature, yeah? Non-permanent opponent controls. Okay. You got it. Not exiled, though. Interesting. I mean, they probably won't go for anything here. Into the open mana, given that we didn't use the map token. It's pretty obvious that we got something. Block. First strike. Do you want to go for the... We'll trade. No problem. For sure we'll trade. Huh! Pyroclasm. Great. I mean, we got nothing better to do. So here we come. Let's see those burst lightnings. Lightning Strike. That's really expensive to kill our 1-drop. I'm not so upset about that. You could survive Reverse Lightning. I guess we'll put it here. Plus you could survive Pyroclasm too. To keep this. With the bounce spell on the way. Are you any good? You're not bad with Pyroclasm. In the Flood Maw? We'll draw it next turn and what? Discard the Pyroclasm? We have 1 Helping Hand. We have 2 recommissions. Almost anything is as good or better, I feel like. I think you've been that. I just don't think we're doing enough with that card. Swing for 4. Like any removal spell we draw, I think it's better. And any recommission type thing is better. I think almost anything is better than that. They do nothing. We hit nothing. Great. Attempt to swing for 4. Can't stop it. More sticker for 1. I don't even know if we play this land out. Like, probably be happy to ditch it to pretty much anything here. I think you hold on to the land. Very weird. Very weird game. Ooh, that seems nice. Could be bounced for cheap. We can wait till our turn, though. Or wait till, like, oh man, another land. Damn. I don't think we need that much land at all. We can play out one of these, but I don't even know if that's worth it. We'll hold on to the Flood Maw down to 7. If they go crazy on the hero, we can do it. Mouse? Alright. Yeah, I think we'll... If we bounce it on end step, it's 4 damage. They just replay it. It's better if they're tapped out. I think we'll hold on here. It's also a good Pyroclasm turn, potentially. It's a pretty decent Pyroclasm turn. Weight damage off the hero, but what are you going to do? Oh my gosh, more land. I mean, I think we are Pyroclasming here, though. Do we ever need second white? No? I'm not aware we play this next land. I mean, we really need to draw a discard here. Okay, definitely don't want to bounce you. Oh my gosh, dude, come on. Really? Okay. I mean, if this thing gets massive, we can bounce it. That's a better bounce target. That's rough, dude. No. Send it back. That's a 9. Oculus off the top would be nice. If we wait next turn, we take 5. Drop to 4, sweep everything to keep the Nemesis. I mean, there's a chance they don't play the Nemesis, right? If they play anything else here, if they play definitely double spell, the Druid gets bad. It's shit either way. It's kind of been a shit draw. I mean, yeah, it doesn't... It's really not that good against the Nemesis. That is rough. That is a lot of land to draw. Yeah. Helping Hand. Do we have an Oculus? Feel like we do. Is it enough? Comes in tapped. I think we're holding on to the land still. We got nothing to do with it. Sure. That actually blocks a little better. They're almost dead though. We want to go no blocks here if we can. Let's see if they have the next Lithomantic Barrage. Lithomantic Barrage. 1 damage to our creature planeswalker, 5 damage if it's white or blue. Here they come. If they have Lightning Strike, we lose. If they have Monstrous Rage, I mean, we're pretty screwed. How many Lightning Strikes have we seen? We've seen 2 Lightning Strikes. I think you... it's so bad. Let's see. How many rages do they run in this deck? Hold on one sec. Let me just check the deck list on Untapped. Like, what are these people running? 4 rages, 1 burst lightning. How many lightning strikes do you run? Normal people don't run that many in the main deck. Let's assume they don't have lightning strike. If it's rage, we lose no matter what. If it's frenzy, we lose no matter what. I think we assume they don't have the nuts here. I think you have no blocks. I think it's no blocks. I think you push for lethal. Flip into a flyer. Yeah, so if they have the nuts, like, we can't do anything anyway. Because no matter how you block, it's lethal, right? So we lose the first game. Block for 2. Right, we take 4 trample and then 2 more. So that's just it. Just is what it is. That's okay. So I feel like I learned anything. We definitely made a mistake with the mana base there. We should have left open both white and red for that one turn to hold open Torch Tower. We'll run it back for sure. Win rate with this deck is like 56. It's in the B tier. But 55%, yeah, from Platinum to Mythic. But it was played a decent amount in the Pro Tour. And it's just one of the decks I just don't really know that well. On the draw, it's okay. We have no white, but we have nothing to do with white anyway. I think we keep this. Orzhov. Legions to Ashes. All tokens. Okay. Exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls, and all tokens that player controls with the same name as that permanent. Okay, so we need to put on pressure here. It's either Fear of Missing Out or the Otter Ball. Draw discard every turn, plus we have Prowess. I think Fear of Missing Out is maybe better. Also hits a little harder in general, unless we're also... I just don't see us casting into the Floodmaw or Torch, really. We want the land, I guess. I think we don't need Torch against them, though, right? To the face. Do nothing. Eidetic Memory gives something to do here, and it does evade sweepers, because they could Wrath of God next turn. I think that's fine with me. Also try to hit the untapped land, and do nothing else this turn, which I don't love quite as much. Let's try this. Another Torch. Okay. Everything dies to cut down, so I don't think it matters where we put it. Put it on the weaker card. Just drawn. I mean, we're anticipating a sweep at some point. Inti? I don't know. I think I'd rather run Scholar into Oculus, I think is the better game plan. 4th land. It's a Beza. Stabilize the ground. Bouncing it is not very good, although bouncing the tokens is maybe acceptable. I think we're going to start with the Scholar. We're probably just attacking in the air with the Siren this turn. Stick by the opponent. You don't need to scry yet. You can scry on instep. Even if we get to the Oculus, I'm worried about Deadly Cover-Up. No white still. I don't think we really need the Floodmaws. We certainly don't need the second one. Okay, more land. We can power up the flyer, I guess. I don't think we're doing anything else here. Helping Hand. I mean, we will want that, right? In general? Oh, I guess we somehow auto-clicked it, my bad. Yeah, we'll stick on the flyer. I was thinking about keeping it on top anyway, even though it's weird. Because you don't have any white yet. We're going to big draw discard next turn, too. It seems like it could be an important part of winning this game. Torch is feeling a little useless. We could obviously trade the fear missing out with it if they, they get aggressive. I think they're going to sweep here. Is there any reason not to double block? They could have the -2/-2 exile sweeper. It's a little bit weird to play around. I think we're going to sweep the whole board. I don't think it's worth losing resources. I think you give them the free damage here in case they have the -2/-2 sweeper. I think it's going to be Wrath of God or Deadly Cover-Up. But it could be Malicious Eclipse. Deadly Cover-Up, yeah. Honestly, not that sad to see it come down now. There's nothing in our graveyard really worth taking. So we have the Helping Hand. We need to work our way to the Oculus, I think. It's a tap land. There is the Oculus. Can we hard cast it from hand? Yeah, we could. It's just cheaper to discard it. We have no white mana though. I think Torch can probably go here. I think we're hard casting Oculus next turn. Still have no white mana. There's white mana. I guess you keep it, right? Because if they kill the first Oculus, then we have a way to get it back at least. I guess we're subbing in Negates for Deadly Cover-Up in game 2. Soul Search. Card's mana value is 1 or less. Create a... Alright, so there goes the Oculus. Damn. That sucks. Okay. Choose a non-land card. Exile that card. That does suck quite a bit. That land is no longer as exciting as it once was. I'll still keep it though. Cool. Let's begin here. 3 mana open. I just want to see what else there is to see. We'll probably play Otter Ball again this turn. Maybe ditch the Flood Maul. I think we're ditching the Flood Maul. That could maybe be useful. Maybe. Maybe be useful. Swing for 5. 5 Vigilance, by the way. Does not tap. Who's down there? I mean, we're holding the Spell Pierce. We can get a Fear missing out here. I don't think it's worth it. I think we like the Spell Pierce. If they don't hit the next land, and we counter the Deadly Cover-Up, that is huge. It's a massive swing for us. And they might not expect it. See, oh, they're looking through the... They do have the Deadly Cover here. We're going to nab them with Spell Pierce. That's fantastic. Nope. Whew. Very clean. 8 damage. If we cast anything, we get keys up to 9. Okay, we definitely helping hand here then. Could also torch something. We're looking for lethal though. Inti would also push an extra point of damage if we need it this turn. If they can't kill the Scholar for 1 mana, so it has to be cut down or smite. So ideally we stack the Scholar. We also want to cast as many things as possible this turn to get prowess. I feel like Inti's not that bad. We could draw 2 off this though. Inti for sure adds damage. I think... Is there any way we can get Delirium? What do we need to get Delirium? If we could discard something to get Delirium, that would be huge. I think we'll go with the Scholar here for that reason. We could just have lethal, but we're assuming they might have cut down or smite. If we discard the land, I think we get Delirium, right? I think is what we want here. We currently have Delirium anyway. Because we just need the sorcery. Whoops. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. Okay. As a follow-up, I guess it's fine. If we had to keep going here. Okay, I feel like we got him here. Yeah. Again, they could have had cut down or smite, so that's what I was trying to play around. We missed that. We just needed sorcery. I didn't check the graveyard carefully enough. All right, so what is this deck doing? I think we want negate for them. They have Beza. This could kill Beza, which might be relevant. They might put in more Bezas too. Brothers and useless. This would have dodged a sweeper, so this seems good too. I don't think we need that. Okay. Let's run it like this. We probably need 0 torches. Spell Pierce is good. Floodmaw didn't really serve a purpose, honestly. Who else wants to go? Man, I love cutting the legendary enchantment. I just don't like this card in general. It's obviously powerful, but legendary enchantment, I guess you can just discard the multiples. I think this looks good to me. I think that's what we're here for. That Spell Pierce was very clutch. Hopefully Negate can carry the day. But we're not really a draw go deck, so I don't know how well we can actually use it. Sure. I mean, we can fear of missing out immediately and hope to hit reanimation. It's no 1-drop, but 1-drops don't do a whole lot against them anyway. Surveil 1. Red and white is fine. Either of these is fine. Spell Pierce is cool. Let's hope they don't have Rest in Peace immediately. Like, we're going to be in the Oculus now. I think we still have to. We could have waited one more turn, I guess. You want us to be really careful. Then you could hold open Spell Pierce for the Rest in Peace turn. Annoy with Affliction. That's going to be pretty good against Oculus. Yeah, I don't know Best in 3 well enough to know... Do you even sideboard Graveyard Hate against Jeskai Oculus? Or is it too niche? There's the next one. I'm touching my Graveyard, which is bad. I mean, I guess you've been it. We're so far away from casting it, right? What if he runs the 2-mana Cease? Oh, that's so painful. We have to Spell Pierce that, I think. Give us a chance. That's a good tech. That's a good graveyard tech for that color combination. That's either green or black. Yeah, it's good tech. Duress. I got nothing, dude. This is for Beza. I don't even know if we need to kill Beza. Could also kill like an Annex. Ho ho. Alright, let's go for it here. Can swing first. No stick. Means no Anoint with Affliction in hand. Oculus returns. Inti? Or Malcolm? I love Malcolm. I'm not gonna lie, I do love Malcolm. This is on the attack trigger though. I think Inti might be better here. No, if they have a Beza, the flyer could be good. Or multiple bases. Still, flyer could be good. Look at the fish tokens. I mean, we got nothing here. Maybe they're afraid? Okay. I mean, they could be afraid of another Spell Pierce. Or Negate. If we flip this... then it means we're tapped out against someone with Affliction, if that's what they're afraid of. I think we don't flip it for that reason. We can flip it on our turn. It's kind of a waste of mana. Oof. Take every copy. We could destroy it here in response. I think it's pretty reasonable. I mean, we kind of need this card to win. Goodbye, sweet friend. Hopefully we get you back another day. Resolve. Next Oculus. Do we have enough down there? We do. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you guys can go. It's so annoying to play against an Oculus deck and have them top deck the Oculus. Pisses me off every time. Sure. I don't know. Let's see if they have the Deadly Cover-Up with land. It's just a Beza. I'm going to flip my flyer into that. Most likely. Okay. I mean, we'll play you out first. There's not really anything we could hit. I guess we could bounce something maybe. We have another Oculus down there. Do we play out the next Oculus? They definitely have enough. The problem is, I think we have to. I mean, if they have the deadly cover-up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could also flip this instead. Draw a card, then discard a card. Sure. Maybe the Wrath of God instead. Down to 9. Being you. If the deadly cover-up, we're kind of screwed. I don't think we can flip Planeswalkers. You can't get back Planeswalkers, can you? Creature card. Well, they do have it. Damn. Damn. There's nothing we can do to play around that. Unless we could dig towards Negate or Spell Pierce. So there goes all of the Oculuses. They're at 9. We do have other ways to win, but a lot of our stuff was on the board. We can reanimate the Scholar here, I guess. I mean, I don't think we can... I think we're going to discard that. There's nothing better to reanimate other than the Scholar anyway. So might as well keep the land in hand. Lands can go. Missing out. I think we commit to the board here. I don't think we assume they have the next sweeper again, right? How many could they run? 2 to 4. Again, if they sweep, like, we have nothing to reanimate anyway, you know? If we save the Scholar... Yeah, I think we're just going for it. Let's take the next Scholar here. Goodbye. Like, if they play the next Deadly Cover-Up, they take all the Scholars that time. And then we really have nothing worth reanimating. Whew! Ketchermos coming in hot. Top 1% Mythic. This time we can reanimate Fear Missing Out. Which is decent. Would that shut off Delirium for us is a question? Probably not. Creature and enchantment. We still have land, sorcery, Planeswalker, and instant now. So we can reanimate whatever we want here. So we can see if this gives us anything relevant. I think it is you. Sure, you could pump a Scholar even bigger. Nobody's blocking the flyers, though. Or land. We'll save that. We could attack with you. It just dies, though, right? And there's no... We get in for an extra 3 points of damage. 3, 4, 5. We get in for 8 this turn. Drop them to 5. Almost guarantees lethal next turn? No, they block with a lifelinker. That's not very good, actually. Hold on a second. No attacking into the lifelinker. Down to 8. Blot out. Greatest mana value. Okay, there goes one flyer. Lose a life, draw a card. Down to 7. 4 damage in the air. Can also attack with Ketchermos every turn. They're indestructible god. It's no blocks here. Now Fear Missing Out can attack, though. Which is not that bad. Oh, they killed the last flyer. Damn, dude. Damn. Whew. Okay. Goodbye, land. Hello, more land. All right, what do we want open here? If we had white open for recommission, is that even good? We can get a Malcolm back. Do we even have any in the deck? We have 1 helping hand. I think red and white are the best ones to leave open here. Blue for the Floodmaw. Ugh. We'd get numerous attacks. Blue for the Floodmaw could be good. Did we already spend it? Oh, we took it out of the deck, probably? Okay, okay. So it's not that. All right. I think it's white and red, then. White and red. Useless, thanks. Attack all. Eat the first, fear of missing out. We get 2 additional combat phases. They just ram into the Beza again, though. The Siren getting in there is not much damage. Right, they eat the first fear of missing out. Then we attack again, they eat the second fear of missing out. We trade with the Beza. Doesn't seem like a good use of our cards. I don't know, it feels like we're stalling out a little bit. And Ketchmos is gain life every turn. I think we lost game 2. I think we're going to game 3 here. It's also a source of life gain. Eventually. No attacks with your indestructible god. Interesting. Oh my gosh. It's your time to shine, baby. Do you even do anything? Sacrifice an artifact or discard a card if you do draw a card. Or we can create a colorless vehicle token with crew 1. It doesn't fly, does it? Gains haste. Everything here just runs. Whenever artifact you control enters, I think we're just +2ing. And blocking with the Siren. These artifact vehicles don't fly. That's the problem. I'm happy to discard a card. Thanks, deck. We'll hold on to this stuff. Are we chump blocking with the Siren? Jeez. I guess so. I think they attack with Beza and Ketchmos here. We chump block Ketchmos. We can try to double block the Beza, I guess. And if they blow it out, that sucks. But Chandra seems like one way to win the game if we ultimate her. Here they come. I guarantee they attack. Yeah, they guarantee attack all. I mean, I think we have to go for the double blocks here. We could also just single block the Ketchmos. You think they have anything? They could have whiffed. Is this thing a menace? Oh shit, this thing has menace. That's actually much more painful. Alright, let's still try to block the Beza, I think. Let's try like this. And hopefully they don't have another removal spell, but they definitely could. No. Beza dies. They might have backup Beza. But what are you going to do? Shelter the Apocalypse. Okay, that punishes the draw discard quite a bit. Negate. You might have been good a long, long time ago. I mean, we're just drawing and discarding here. We have no other options, really. I don't think these vehicles are very good against Ketchmos. So I think we're just impaling ourselves upon the Sheldred. I don't even know if we can win from here without the Oculus. Been another land. Okay. I mean, I just don't think you can outrace Sheldred here, really. I think we could probably scoop and go to game 3. Without the Oculus and the Scholar Sheldred down, we really have no... We can kill, draw, destroy evil. But we just cannot kill Ketchmos. I think I'm down to scoop. I don't mind keep continuing to play. The game might be over soon anyway. I just don't really see a way out of this. Yeah, there's just no way out. I'm down to scoop. Let's go to game 3. I just don't really see a way out of this. With Ketchmos and Sheldred life gain, like, what are we gonna really do against that? So we go to game 3. I think deck's basically the same. Into the Flood Maw is really still not that good. I think you keep it as is. I think it's fine as is. I don't know if Chandra's any good at all. I think it has a pretty low win rate attached to it, even subbing in. Or like, what's nice about best of 3 is when you look at individual card win rates, if it's not a main board card, you know the win rate attached to it is only from sideboarding. So it's not being skewed by anything, which means if Chandra's win rate is bad, that means every time she's subbed in, she's still not very good. We'll be on the play. Do you keep this? I mean, Scholar on 3 isn't bad. We're super slow. We have no negates. We have no way to discard. We have good mana in best of 3. If we mull, we could mull to 6 and like have 0 lands. And the Scholar is good. I mean, it's really slow. What do you do with this deck? The payoff is big. I'm tempted to mulligan this on the play. We just do nothing for so long. I just don't... I mean, there's the one lander we mulled into, right? We're on the play. We can't even discard the Oculus immediately. I think you mull again here. Okay, sure. So we'll keep a 2-lander, basically. We'll go Siren. Probably... I don't know if the Eidetic Memory is that good. I think we try to hit the 3rd land for Scholar and Oculus. I think that's the plan. I think we're doing it like this. I don't know. First hand did nothing for the first 3 turns. Second hand was 1-lander. I think we're just trying to discard the Scholar and draw into a way to get the Oculus and hope that's enough to win. Map token. Land. Surveil. Kills Beza, but we don't need it right now. We need a way to get the game moving. To 19. That sucks. Alright. I mean, we're on the mull to 5, and the opponent has played a discard spell. They leave the Oculus, though, because we can't cast it for a while. That's interesting. We'll bin you, because we can't cast you anyway for a while. Okay, we need to top deck recommission. And, there's Ketchamos. He ain't blocking for a while, though. And we got nothing to do here. To the skies. To 14. We have 2 cards down there. Well, we have 0 cards down there. Are people going to run Ketchamos in the best of 3 event? I want to say no. It's another land. Great. Okay. We play out 1 more. I don't think we need any more land after this, though. I don't think people will run Ketchamos in competitive best of 3. Let's see. They might. Is it better in best of 3? It's 50-50 in best of 1. Deadly cover-up, damn. Damn, dude. At least they don't take the Oculus, I guess. Orzhov Control is bottom of the C tier. 51% win rate on average. I don't think we'll see it in the tournament. It's interesting to note. But I think we're about clowned. Mull to 5. Remove 1 spell. Deadly cover-up. At least I didn't take the Oculus, but I think that's about game. What are we really going to do here? Land, we drew a shit ton of land, I'll tell you that. Okay. In multiple games, we drew a shit ton of land. Yeah, I think it's about game. So we need to Fear of Missing Out, discard the Oculus, and draw into the reanimation spell, put it on the battlefield, have them have no removal, and all of that just kind of has to magically work out while Sheldred kills us and Ketchamos kills us. So, as much as you might think this is a loss, this is not. Having played this deck, I never played this deck before. I think Graveyard Hate is much better than I thought. Really, without the Oculus, the deck is quite neutered. I mean, you can win through other ways, but the Oculus is a lot of what I'm playing towards. So if I play against this in the Best of 3 tournament, I am probably going to main deck Graveyard Hate. Even though it's weird, because it doesn't address all the angles of the deck, I think it's enough that it really shuts it down. Like, I definitely felt every time they deadly cover-upped, or even just that cease, just like, damn, we're so far away from even hard casting the Oculus. So it is what it is. We're just trying to learn and prep for this tournament. Yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say. No regrets playing it today. It's a weird deck. I mean, it's not an A tier deck, but it is when it pops, when like Eidetic Memory pops off, you start taking a lot of damage per turn out of nowhere. So that card's cool, and I kind of have underrated it for a long time. I don't think it's very good in best of one standard, but in this weird deck where you can attack from different angles and is potentially hard to sideboard against, I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, all right, so there's your Jeskai Oculus day. We got today's Wednesday. I got Thursday and Friday to prep, and then Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern is the tournament. So we'll keep trying to learn best of 3. We'll have a better showing Saturday for sure. I'll be playing a deck I'm more comfortable with Saturday, but I do think it's nice to learn some other stuff in the meantime. And also in the backdrop, I'm trying to finish this anime series. I have to, / really want to / have to release it Sunday. So the first episode Sunday. So yeah, have a great day. Like and subscribe. I didn't read any comments today. That's another criticism I got from the series, is that people love when I read the comments and interact with you guys, which I will keep doing. But when I'm in the more competitive space, it's much harder to do that because it's more important to think, I think, and not risk making mistakes. Anyway, yeah, have a great day. Like and subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next one.